Welcome to the Sweet Life Coaching Podcast, connecting real people with expert advice to achieve a healthier lifestyle and live a more fulfilling and abundant life. Here's your host, Coach Tavia.
Well, hello, everybody. We're back. Hello, it's your coach, Tavia, here with the Sweet Life Coaching Podcast. I hope everybody's doing well. Once again, I am so happy and excited to bring on another special, magical, wonderful woman into on my podcast. And I'd like everybody to welcome Miss Jeanette Ray. Hello, Jeanette. Are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Hello. Awesome. I'm really excited to bring Jeanette on today, and I'll tell you why here. We'll dive right into that. But just a little background information about Jeanette. She is actually the founder and CEO of her own business called Health Solutions, and she's a health solutions coach, She is a nurse of 32 years, you guys. Yay, we love nurses out there right now. So thank you for your service out to helping everybody right now, Jeanette.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we need you. Also, Jeanette is a personal trainer, worked as a personal trainer, and has just been in the healthy lifestyle and the wellness industry for many, many years. Furthermore, she's a business entrepreneur, and we are going to talk about how her life, her and her husband's life, Bob, have changed over the years and some lessons they've learned. And for the listeners out there, you're going to really want to tune into this. If you're out there right now and you're thinking, I'm just not really happy in my life, or things are starting to shift, this might be the time to listen into this recording here, because Jeanette's got some sweet little nuggets of information she's going to share. And I'm quite excited to hear what she has to say. But anyways, without further ado, welcome again, Jeanette. Thanks for being here today.
Absolutely. Excited to share.
Yeah. So, okay, we're just gonna dive right into here. So Jeanette, oh my gosh. Okay. So you and I met some years back. I can't remember how long we've been associates, friends. I don't know, not too long ago, but we met through a network marketing company, right? Isn't that how we first met?
Yeah, we both had like a table by each other, and we just hit it off as friends, just like that. Yeah.
That's right. I was doing the makeup stuff, and you were doing the health and wellness stuff.
Yeah.
And you shared some information with me, and I loved it, of course, and I needed it at the time. But yeah, so let's kind of go back in time. So this was, I don't remember how many years ago that was, but at least probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Probably.
But so currently, let's go back in time. Let's start as a timeline here. So here you were working this company, network marketing company. And can I say the name of it? Is that okay to say the name?
That's fine.
Yeah. So it was Advocare, and Advocare, we love their products, fabulous products. I will say nothing bad about the company. And you shared that with me, and you guys, you and Bob were in that business, 13 years, you said?
Yeah, 13 years.
Okay. So prior to that, what did you do prior to the Advocare? Was that the nursing?
Well, prior to that, I've always been entrepreneurial, but I also love helping people. So whatever I do, it seems to be people focused.
Great.
And so before that, I was actually selling children's educational books on the side.
Oh, no way. I didn't know that.
They're called Usborne books. And what's really important is to have every American family should have some kind of a business so that you have write-offs so that you can save money on your taxes. And so I was maybe making $1,000 a month, but with that business for about 6 years while I was working and we were raising our children, and it was kind of more just my business. And I really loved it because I love children. I love educating them. I love reading. And so I did that. And then in 2006, I was introduced. I have my own health issues, as everybody does. And I was exhausted, and I was introduced to the drink called Spark. And what really helped me with that is that it was full of B vitamins. And I did not realize, A, I wasn't absorbing all the B vitamins I should, and B, I was deficient. And so that drink really changed my life. And my husband loved it too. And we love the culture, which is the very best part of Advocare, was the tribe of people and the leadership. And so we love that. And over 13 years, we made so many friends. We traveled the world. We made incredible income. we learned a lot about a lot of, business and different things. And, Bob and I were able to do it full time for 10 years. It took me 3 years to replace my nursing income.
Wow.
And yeah, so we loved it. And it was like, our sole source of income. Okay. So that's not a good thing.
Well, it was at the time. I mean, right.
Yeah. Time, like it was over 250,000 a year. And we're like, well,
that's
this
awesome.
is great. And it's our business and we're not going to lose this business, we thought. And come along May of 2019, we found out that there had been a lawsuit going on, which has finally just settled now, just like last week or two.
Oh, wow.
Distributors against distributors. Yeah. And the FTC got involved and there was lots of fines and lots of threats and different things. So the family of Advocare that owns Advocare decided to go from a multi-level marketing business to a single level marketing business. So what that meant is that Bob and we lost our entire team of distributors that we had brought in and loved on, and we lost our tribe. And hundreds of other people lost their tribe. And we also lost 95% of our income.
Wow.
So that was a huge blow. And what was very difficult is that I didn't have my nursing license anymore. And Bob, being in telecommunications, a lot of things change over 10 years. So both of us were like, wow, here we are in our 50s. Yeah. We have to reinvent ourselves. I tried a couple other companies, realized quickly that it takes years to build what we built. And so I literally went back to WSU, went back through nursing refresher course. There's a year program and got my RN license back. Wow. And Bob is now working for the city, driving transit.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Bob.
Well, it's a job, as they say, a job. And but what I learned is, we need to have multiple streams of income.
Yes.
And so his job now and my job, plus the company that I'm now working with, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. Yeah. I'm excited.
It provides an additional stream of income. And then also learning, so what this has taught me, one of the cool things is I have learned that I can do anything I set my mind to. And I was kind of, before we lost our business, a couple of years before that, I felt like I needed a challenge and I became a personal trainer. And so that was like a challenge, like, oh, can I do this? And you went through a program and learned how to do that. And then I went through another program for a nutritional certification program and had that. And so I was working with that and Advocare. And so, I knew that. And then I went through the nursing program again. What I've learned is it doesn't matter how old you are. If you believe in yourself, you can do new things and you can reinvent yourself. And like I was just telling Tavia, the thing we're just doing, Bob and I are just doing now is learning about cryptocurrencies, buying and trading, which is completely different than health and nutrition. However, my vision for that in the future is to teach other people how to do it. I mean, how to get some cryptocurrency, because based on our financial system currently, we need something besides just dollars because of inflation. We need something, to build and hold on to
residual income. Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome.
So that 2 big lessons.
Wow.
One,
okay. Yes.
Multiple streams of income. 2, you can do anything you decide to do. If you want to go to medical school at 50, do it. But that, it's not, you just, if you commit, you can do it. Even though it's anxiety provoking and overwhelming, you can do it. So I think that's kind of kept me from falling into a hole of depression after, and then this last year I lost my dad too. And that was not an easy journey with dementia. And knowing what I know, sometimes you know too much when you're a nurse. So it's really hard, really hard. But those are some big lessons I've learned over the last couple of years,
Right. So let me pause you for just a second. So you touched on a lot, right? Just in that couple minutes that you were telling me your story, and so many pointers right there that I want to point out. And one of the, obviously the most, the word that comes to my mind is resiliency for you, and the resiliency that you and Bob had to bounce back after this incredible loss. I mean, you're making 250,000 a year off this company. They go belly up, I'll just say, pull out, decide to do something else, different direction, whatever you want to call it, because of their mistakes. I'm going to say that.
Right.
I remember that moment, and I remember that day. It was devastating.
Oh man.
Awful. Oh yeah. And I was just like, I was sick to my stomach for you. And I'm just like, what are they going to do?
Right.
And I mean, because you put all your eggs in this basket. You had no longer been a nurse, and Bob had no longer been in telecommunications. This was your dream. This was what you were building. This is what you were doing. And that was literally, I'll just say, ripped from you, so you had to regroup, dig deep into your faith. Obviously, I know that's a big thing for you.
It is a big,
and that got you through. I know that. But what got you through that moment of, I say the word resiliency, but what was the one thing that got you to shift? Because I talk about mindset shifts a lot with my clients. What was that for you? How did that?
Well, the stages of grief, where you're in denial. So I think we were in denial for a while.
Sure.
And then you kind of go into this thing where you're trying to figure out who you are.
Right.
Like, you're like, well, who am I? And what I realized is, for me, and I don't want to speak for Bob, but I believe it's the same for him. But for me, my identity is in Christ, and not, my identity is not Advocare.
Right.
Although
you are Jeanette,
it was
sister. Yeah.
Right. I'm Jeanette. I'm sister. I'm mom. I'm grandma. I'm friend. I'm empathetic.
You're a child of God.
Child of God.
Yeah.
And so realizing that, and then you go through the grieving process, and you kind of come out the other side with acceptance, because it's something that we can't change. We can't change. And so, it's just a process, and it's a cycle. So like it's never a linear cycle. It's a up and down. Sometimes you wake up excited. Sometimes you wake up like, what in the world am I going to do? And in particularly, in this last year with things changing so much with the election thing, that's even scarier. But I do have to say that if we weren't having these kinds of concerns of what's going on with our country, I would have never looked into cryptocurrency, because it wouldn't even occur to me that maybe we need to have some way to protect our income,
Right.
So there's always like a little silver lining in there, but
absolutely.
So I got through it with friends, lots of really good friends. And, we didn't lose our house or anything like that. There was even a time where I just did Uber Eats and drove Uber and did DoorDash, and, it was fine actually, because I got to drive around and listen to music and podcasts. It's like, you just decide, you get to decide.
Yes. Decision.
My identity is in Christ. I can do anything, and I can choose to be happy.
Yes.
Like, it's a choice. Like, you choose, okay, I'm going to go do some Uber. And I met some fascinating people. Like, I'm not doing that anymore, but it was fun for the time that it lasted until COVID hit.
Yeah.
And I lost all my fun, passengers, because, nobody was going anywhere. And, but it was fine. And that was when I was going through nursing school again. And so then I worked at the hospital, and COVID hit, and it took an additional 3 months because the WSU closed their school.
Right.
For that time. Then I had, more Uber and more or Uber Eats and DoorDash. Anyway, long story short, it all worked out. And I was working in the hospital, and then I realized, and before, I always did home health care before I went into retirement for that period of 10 years. I did home health care, and that's really where I find my joy, and I find the time to actually really help people is in their home. And so that's where I am back in home health care. And I love it, but I
didn't even know that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it's,
you're not working at the hospital now, huh?
Nope. I'm not at the hospital because it just doesn't fit me. It just doesn't fit me.
I knew it didn't.
No, my heart is to help and teach. And you don't get to do that in the hospital. You don't get to teach people about anything because it's too fast paced, and that's just, not for me. So, but it brought me back to my first love, which was home health care. And
that's awesome.
And, yeah, it is.
Okay, good. So I was writing some notes down while you were talking and some words that came out, and and one of the things is, we have a choice, right? And so you and your husband, Bob, had to make a choice after this massive blow to your income, to your lifestyle, right? You had to make a choice. And that's one thing I want to point out to the listeners is we all have choices in life, and you can take the high road. You can take the low road. You can say, oh, poor me. What the heck are we going to do? We got to sell the house. We got to live on the streets. No. You kept your faith first. And this is what I love about you. You guys kept the faith first, what was most important to you. And you said, okay, for the time being, we're going to choose, I'm choosing to do this, this, and this, but you knew that wasn't what the plan was. So fast forward a little bit to me. So here we are. And I know in your blood, you love network marketing, and I do too. I think it's a wonderful business. It's a great side hustle for a lot of people. It's a wonderful way to earn extra money. I have nothing bad to say about multi-level marketing companies because I've made a lot of money in them in the past, and some of them have an amazing product. So I'm just going to say that right now. So if you're an MLM, kudos to you. Keep doing it. Do your side hustle. It's awesome. That being said, so now you guys are back on track. You said you're doing the home health care, and you have a new side hustle, multiple streams of income coming in now. And what's that other thing you're doing that you were going to share with me?
Yeah. So, I do want to say we're still working on getting back on track,
Okay,
so
sure.
For
it takes time.
those of you, I remember days in the hospital, just having to just take a deep breath and take a break. Cause I just being in tears over, over the losses, but
yeah, indeed.
I have a wrist that I fractured years ago. Don't know how, but, as I've aged, it's become very painful and very sore. Okay. And I've had to have 2 cortisone injections in this wrist, and it was last July, and I was working at the hospital. And again, this wrist was sore and painful. And I thought maybe I have, or by that time I knew it was fractured. At first I thought it was like arthritis or something, but the remedy, the Western medical remedy is to fuse my wrist. And I can't work if my wrist is fused. There's so many things I can't do. And I love to work out, and I love to pick up my granddaughter. So there's a lot of things I can't do if I have a fused wrist. So that just wasn't an option for me. It was sore and painful. And I was thinking, well, I know you can't keep on having steroid shots in your wrist like every 3 months. They can only do so many. And then it's like, this is enough. And so my friend reached out and told me about this company called BioRains. Okay. And she told me about their topical ointment that has different things in it, like menthol and arnica and CBD and things like that. Mm-hmm. And then she also told me about their technology. It's a rapid cell technology. So things just absorb super fast into your system. And they have the CBD drops with the curcumin. Okay. And it's in like water. It's not in oil, it's in water. So I ordered that too. Okay. And within, the first day using the ointment on my wrist, the swelling and the redness went way down, 80% better. Wow. And then, so that was last July. I've been taking the daily drops and the topical ointment when needed, not every day, but when needed. And I haven't had to have a fusion. and I haven't had to have any more shots. And
amazing.
so it's just a different way to deal with this thing. And what a blessing, because, there's a lot of other areas so a new area that I feel like God has me helping other people in is pain, physical pain, muscle pain, aches, and feelings of overwhelm and just stress.
Yeah.
And
we all have it lately.
Oh yeah, we all have it lately. And so this company has products for stress and we can't make medical claims. So there's some words but
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But swelling and achiness and things like that. And then it also has it's just amazing. The technology is so unique. They don't even patent it because they don't want it stolen.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it was it's a way for this BioCX technology to wrap around whatever it is, CBD or whatever herb or whatever, to directly help your body absorb it. So I've had people that have, let's say, gastric bypass, or for some reason they're not eating well. They can immediately absorb these nutrients, and we have this vitamin, mineral, collagen tincture, and you immediately absorb it. So like you're not like wasting your money on things that go right through you and turn your urine yellow.
Right.
You're absorbing everything. So it's just been really exciting. And I know so many people that are hurting, and it's just a wonderful thing. That's like, oh gosh, I know I have something you should try. I really think it'll help you. I mean, it's not what's it going to hurt, right?
Exactly.
And so that's BioRains. That's the company that we're excited about, and it's very unique. And I just love the technology. So
it's a fascinating company. I know you shared a little bit about it with me when you first came out as well. And I have been a consumer of the products, and I can vouch and say they are wonderful.
Yeah.
I like my favorite product, and you didn't mention it, was the gummy bears.
Yeah. The gummy bears, the CBD gummy bears.
The CBD gummy bears. And I've shared those with a couple other people of my clients. And if you're out there listening and you need something just, that's non-THC, that's safe to take, I'm telling you what, I take one bear. I only take one, Jeanette. And at night, I only take one, and I sleep so well with one. It's amazing.
That's so good. See, that's wonderful.
I know. So I'm glad you shared those with me. I am. Yeah. And I'm thanking you for sharing it to the world right now about this product too, because I think there is a need. And for sure, everything that's gone on the last year and almost a half now, my goodness, we're all stressed, overworked, tired, anxious. There's so much pain. There's so much going on. And we need more of that, of you little advocates out there, not just nurses working in the system, but outside the system, sharing the good and sharing the love and the things that are out there that people don't know about. Because I guarantee you, someone listening right now is going to be like, oh, maybe I need to try that. And I'm telling you, yes, you need to try it, because I know it's helped a lot of people you've shared it with, and it has helped me as well. So you're working that as another little side hustle, right? That's another source of income for you, right?
Yeah.
Currently.
That's the source of income, and the nursing job and the cryptocurrency. And those are the three things
Yeah. And that's a fair enough of your time, a fair amount of your time to do 3 businesses right there. But I tell you what, and going back to, one thing you said too, and that was, I like the word I don't know if you actually said this, but I was thinking finding your tribe, and for listeners out there, you got to find what works for you. This is what works for you, Jeanette and Bob, and this is your story, but everybody has a story, right? And the word I'm using again is that resiliency and the choice. And you made the choice to say, no, we're going to move forward. We're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep seeking, helping people, helping others, because that's just your heart. And I love about you. So through the BioRains, you're helping others through the cryptocurrency and starting up that multiple stream of income. You're helping your future, your legacy, your kids, your family. And let's talk about this for just couple more minutes about this in building these multiple streams of income, a lot of people are like, I don't have time for that. Right.
Right.
Everybody's busy. Let's just,
right.
chop it up. Everybody is busy. Right. But you do have time.
You do have time.
You do have time. I'm doing 3 businesses right now myself. And I still have time, to eat, sleep, and do all the fun things, but it's a choice. And if you could give a word of advice to someone out there right now, it's like, you know what, I'm just busy, and they're giving the excuse, or they're like, I'm kind of interested in doing a side hustle, but I don't know how to get started. I don't know what to do.
Right.
What would you say to them?
Yeah. I would say, if you are interested in doing a side hustle and you feel like you don't have time, I would look at, what do you spend your time? Because we all have 24 hours a day, and we all spend it.
Yep.
So where do you spend it? Yeah. So there's things that and as your business gets bigger, you can create time equity in hiring people to do the things that you don't have time for. But when you're getting started, it's like, do you sit around and watch the news? Do you sit around and watch Netflix? That is time that you can be working on your future. That's a time waster. Or do you, what is it that you're doing that, you're not being aware? You're not being aware of your time. Like, you're wasting it.
Right.
You're just wasting it. Like, what are you doing that's wasting your time? And so, I get up probably at 5:30 in the morning, and my husband and I go for our walk. That's our exercise time.
Yep.
I get ready and go to work Monday through Wednesday, and that's pretty much just all nursing stuff.
Okay.
And then Thursdays, I choose to spend my time on my granddaughter. I have her.
Okay.
And then Fridays, I try to have 1 or 2 appointments if I can, BioRains appointments or networking time, I can do that on Saturdays too. And then Sunday is family day and church, things like that. But even pockets in there, you can make a phone call. You can check on somebody real quick, make sure they're doing okay. We all have pockets of time that we just waste. We just have to be aware. And, when I started the first business with Usborne Books, my son was a baby. I had a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. And then we started Advocare. My kids were 6, 9, and 12. And we built it big. We built it to the highest level you can. But what that gave me was time freedom, actually, because then I let go of my nursing job because I didn't need it anymore. And then I was able to be there for my children. We were really busy when we were doing both things, job and business. However, if you know that there's a goal in sight, you have goal. We could talk about goals, that's a whole nother half hour conversation, but
oh my gosh,
if you know where you're going, you're willing to spend and stay up a little bit later and spend a little extra time. And you're more strategic about how you're spending your time. A little bit of time here, a little bit in the morning. In the morning, I'll do a post, I spend maybe, 45 minutes first thing in the morning before we go for our walk. I'll spend on reading and doing some social media stuff. Yeah. And then I'll look at it again in the evening. I mean, anybody can do this, anybody can do it if you choose to do it.
Right. And it goes back to that mindset that I was talking about too, having the mindset of, if you want change to happen in your life, and if you want it bad enough, you will find the time.
Right.
And like you said, we all have the same amount of time. None of us is getting tomorrow back. Sorry, folks. I wish I'm getting the time back. We're not. I wish I could add time, but we're not. So, block scheduling for me is a big deal. I have my calendar in front of me every Sunday, and I plan out the week, and
that's great.
You have to, you really have to. And, and the other part of it too is, not everybody is an entrepreneur. I get that. Not everybody is a business. How do I want to say it? Not everybody says, some people say, I'm not business minded. And I don't think you have to have business mind. I think you just have to have passion. Right. You have to have a passion or something that you're excited about to do every single day. And then you will find the time, right?
Right. I mean, you may not be a person who wants to do multi-level marketing, but you might be a person who loves to make signs or paints or makes jewelry.
Yes.
And you can create a little business doing that.
Yeah. Like on Etsy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I have a couple friends that do that. Yeah. It's wonderful. It's a great side hustle. Yeah. There's other things. Yeah. I'm glad you pointed that out because there are other things, the network marketing, MLM companies out there that other people do. People, if you have a passion for mowing lawns, I don't know, lawn business, and you like being outdoors,
Yeah. Yeah. Take care of people's dogs. Take it.
Yeah.
There's just so many little businesses, even like if you're, you can do, my one friend, she just was a bookkeeper on the side of her other job that she did. I mean, if you love numbers, you can learn Quicken and you can be a bookkeeper on the side, because there's people who don't want to do that. It's like business. The definition of business is, finding a way to solve a problem for someone else.
I love it. Yes, absolutely. And we got a lot of problems right now that we need to solve. So there's in the world right now. So I guarantee you there's a job for everybody.
Yeah, there is. There's a little business out there for everybody.
If you dig deep, you could find something that works for you. I believe it. So yeah, but awesome. This has been great. I mean, I want to go on, and there's so much more I want to talk to you about. And I think I'll bring you back on, because that, if you don't mind, I'd love to have you back on.
Yeah.
And you mentioned goals and all of that. And I think that would be a wonderful topic to talk about. And maybe we can dig deep into this a little bit more about, people that are out there listening, like, and maybe we give them some inside tips, Jeanette, about how to get started in your business.
Yeah. The magic of goals. How do you just get started?
Yeah, I think that's
not overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be a fabulous topic for some out there that are looking to do that and start something up. So if you have any other wonderful magical words you would like to share to the listeners out there of anything that's on your mind, please share it right now. I would love to hear anything else you would love to share, nuggets of info, words of wisdom that you have for the listeners.
Oh gosh, I think there's a lot of things like on Facebook, you see a lot of people talk about, their power and grab your power. And I wrote a post the other day. It was pretty vulnerable, but it was basically about, I realized that my power is when I'm on my knees praying to God. Now, I don't know if not everybody believes in God, but
sure.
Maybe you can meditate.
Whatever you believe in. Yeah. Whatever your belief is. Sure.
Yeah. And the power comes from getting quiet, getting focused, breathing deep, calming down, and just being there and listening to your heart, and that's where, because we listen to ourselves all day long. And sometimes the stuff that's going through our head is just a bunch of lies. It's just a bunch of lies,
Yeah.
And so I like to read scripture, but I also like reading affirmations, about, I have a wonderful book. It's a women's book of scriptures, basically, but you go through belief and love. And all the things that women struggle with in particular,
sure.
Just reading the affirmations, reading the scriptures that go with those, because it centers you, because the rest of the day, when you hear those stupid lies that go through your head, you realize, well, that's a lie. And so you just cast it off instead of cycling through this ridiculousness that goes through our heads every day. So I would really encourage people first thing in the morning to just like find a book of devotions or something that you can read of affirmations about the how special you are, how amazing you are as a human being on this earth, how you were created with a purpose, how your body and your mind are not an accident.
Yeah.
Like you are powerful. You are powerful and you have it within you to do whatever you want to do. You just have to decide it's what you really want to do. Yeah. And you can do it, and that would be my words of wisdom is just finding somewhere to center that is real, that, so that you're not always looking to other people or other things to get your joy, like, who you are. You know that you are special, that you're made for a purpose, and there's nobody else like you on this earth. And you don't want to be like anybody else because you'd be second best. So you just need to be you.
Yes. I love it. Be you. Yes. There's only one of you. We're unique down to our own DNA, right? There's no one, there is no other match for us. I'm sorry. I mean, if you have a twin, I guess that's the closest similarity. Of DNA, I guess.
But they still have their own thoughts. They still have their own thoughts. They still do different things. Oh yeah, definitely. I know these 3 amazing identical twin ladies that are wonderful, and they have a lash studio, but they're identical, absolutely, but they're all different.
Yeah.
They're all different.
They're wired differently. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I love what you said. Digging deep, finding your purpose, all of that. In my episode 2 podcast, I don't know if you listened to episode 2, but Eric is my guest, and he talks about going from prison to purpose. And he literally was in prison. And if you got to go listen to this podcast, he'll blow you away. I had him on, and he built a 6-figure income and started out in prison.
Wow.
He reached out to a mentor. It was his brother-in-law, and said, help me. And he started it in prison, his journey of getting a reformation, I guess, or reforming himself. Yeah. And, oh my God, his story is powerful, and he's doing so amazing. I'm so proud of him. And anyways, so anybody, and I mean, we're talking about, he did it in prison. Right. And no, he's not a horrible person. It was, he talks about a story in there. It was just a mistake that happened to him. But he is a great guy. So you'll have to listen to that episode. And if you're out there listening, you need to go back and listen to episode 2. It's a wonderful episode. And that will light your pants on fire. If it does not light your pants on fire, then I don't know what will, I'm telling you. But all right. Well, we need to wrap it up here. I know people got places to go and people to see and lives to change. Both you and I do. So we are going to conclude this episode. And Jeanette, I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Glad you reached out.
And I would love to have you back on again. We'll talk about some goals, and maybe we can inspire and help some people who are out there or looking to start their business, and, give them some tips and tricks. That would be fun to do. So
that would be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, and so also people that you're listening. So Jeanette does have a website, and I'm going to put that in the show notes. So you can click on her link if you want more information about BioRains and the technology that she talked about today. So that link will be in the show notes below. And so if you have questions for her, you can reach out there. Or is there another way they can reach out to you, Jeanette, or is that the best way to click on the website?
Well, they can follow me on Instagram.
You are on Instagram. Okay. What's your handle?
Well, there's Health Solutions Coach, and then there's just Jeanette Ray. Okay. And I have a Health Solutions Coach Facebook page too.
Okay.
But yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Then we will make sure those are put down below for the notes for people to check out, and follow Miss Jeanette on Instagram, you guys. She's lovely, wonderful, beautiful, amazing. I learned so much from her. I'm so blessed that I got to know you, and we happened to bump into each other that one fateful day of selling our products.
That was fun. Yeah. Fun. That's the best part.
I know. I always say God puts people in other people's lives for a reason. I believe it. I truly do. That's my belief. But all right. Thank you again, everybody. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you on the next episode, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Sweet Life Coaching Podcast. To learn more about the topics mentioned on today's show, please visit sweetcoachtavia.com.